Buckle up, because what I am about to tell you might just melt your brain like cheese on a hot sidewalk. This Karen actually demanded a refund for her empty plate. And no, I don't mean she finished her food and then complained. I mean she walked in, ate every last crumb like a starving raccoon at a dumpster buffet, and then tried to convince the staff she'd been wronged by the very laws of cuisine themselves. It all went down in this cozy little family-owned diner, you know the kind. Vinyl booths older than your grandparents. Walls decorated with random framed pictures of cows for no reason. And a waitress named Linda who's been there since the Reagan administration. Karen bursts in like she's about to negotiate a hostage release, wearing this blinding neon leopard print tracksuit that could be spotted from space, and a pair of sunglasses so big they look like twin satellite dishes strapped to her face. She flops into a booth with the grace of a dropped bowling ball, waves the menu around like it's a courtroom exhibit, and loudly announces that she is starving to death, in the tone of someone who hasn't eaten since the Civil War. She orders the most expensive steak on the menu, well done, of course, because apparently she likes her meat the texture of roofing shingles and throws in a side salad, but specifies she only wants the good lettuce, not the poor lettuce, whatever that means. Fast forward 20 minutes, and she is inhaling her meal with the speed and enthusiasm of a wood chipper, grunting between bites, and not once slowing down until that plate is so clean you could perform surgery on it. I mean, if the plate had been any shinier, NASA would have tried to launch it. Linda strolls over to check in, because that's what good waitresses do. And Karen, without missing a beat, leans back like a queen on her throne and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna need a full refund because this food was inedible." Linda blinks so hard I swear she almost time-traveled. "Ma'am, you ate everything," she says gently, like she's explaining gravity to a toddler. But Karen crosses her arms, narrows her eyes behind those UFO sunglasses, and goes, "Well, yeah, because I was hungry. But it doesn't mean it was good." At this point, the other diners are pretending not to listen while obviously listening, forks frozen in midair. Karen starts lecturing Linda about false advertising and consumer rights like she is filming a TED Talk nobody asked for. And then she drops the nuclear bomb. "If you don't refund me, I will be calling the health inspector, the Better Business Bureau, and the mayor of this tiny town that probably doesn't even have a mayor's office. Just a guy named Earl who fixes potholes." Linda, bless her heart, tries to de-escalate, offering a coupon for next time. But Karen is now in full Broadway performance mode. Clutching her pearls, yes, she was actually wearing pearls, because of course, and shouting, "This is fraud." That's when the manager steps in. And by steps in I mean trudges over with the look of a man who has fought this war before and lost. He calmly explains that refunds are for food that isn't eaten, and Karen fires back with, "Well, you should have stopped me from eating it if it was bad. I've never seen a grown man so close to bursting into flames." And then, oh, you gon' no love this situation somehow escalates to the point where Karen actually calls the police. Yes, the police. 2 officers show up, clearly expecting a brawl or a robbery, and instead find Karen dramatically pointing at an empty plate like it is Exhibit A in the trial of the century. One cop just stares, then asks, "So, where's the problem?" And Karen, in her most serious voice, goes, "The problem is I was poisoned with mediocrity." At that point, even the officers can't keep a straight face. They tell her that this is not a criminal matter, and if she keeps tying up emergency lines for steak-related grievances, that will be a problem. She storms out in a huff, swearing she'll never eat here again, which, frankly, was the happiest ending the diner could have hoped for. The real kicker, 10 minutes later, she was spotted across the street, eating a slice of pie at another cafe and probably plotting her next refund mission like some kind of discount supervillain who feeds on chaos and whipped cream.